Okay. Sometimes that happens. All right. So, a few of you saw my video entitled "Can Read Retrial 18." I do that because it just keeps the date, and I try to tell you as much about the witnesses as I can, and try to keep it as short as possible. Well, for all of you who saw that, and I said that the witnesses were boring, I was right until the cross examination of the last witness. Okay? Okay. For a recap, small recap, the witness presents himself as an expert on aperture, about aperture, and he turns out he lied, and he lied a lot. Okay, and he was caught. So the wonderful Robert Alessi caught him in everything, and it was like he just had him for lunch. I mean, he lied about his CV. He claims he has a BS in math or whatever. He doesn't have it. Not yet completed is the reality of it. And I mean, my thing is, and I watched the nightly recaps of Ian Runkle. He has a channel on YouTube, Runkle the Bailey. You should check it out. He's really cool. Um, but he said that experts are supposed to be boring because they're supposed to corroborate their expertise in a certain area. Okay? But your CV, which is your curriculum vitae, or your job history, it could be either one of those. Usually that's the beginning point of someone getting to know you, and if you lie on that, I don't take you as credible after that. And that's the whole thing. Expert witnesses are supposed to have extreme credibility. Okay, so um, I don't usually talk like this. I really don't. But I could see the guy's soul leaving his body after all the questions. Like, you've ever heard the expression, you look defeated? Man, this guy looked completely defeated, like beyond belief defeated. I was like, wow, I have never seen that before. The only other time I've seen something like that was when in the Maya Kowalski trial, they had a witness that was really lying too. It was for the plaintiff, or no, defendant, the hospital, and they really lied. And the lawyer at that point really took him to task for everything. That's the first time I saw something like that. So this is the second time, and it's still like, wow. Um, yeah, he just lied about everything, and then he tried to cover himself and say that, well, I don't have any control over it, and you know, um, I did. It was kind of like I didn't mean to lie. Okay, so after that, he's still in cross from this morning, and they're still going. Usually by now they have the morning break, but um, because the Robert Alessi said he wanted to get into other territories, and he asked the judge if he wanted to, if she wanted him to continue or not, and she said just keep going. So now they're dismantling the fact that which is really funny because he asked a question yesterday of this witness. Do you know what the word confirmation bias is? And he says yes. And then, so now he's going around full circle and saying he's trying to prove that he did confirmation bias, but he's not biting yet. And and this is the thing I hate. And this goes for all witnesses all over the place. I don't care if you're for the state or the defendant, which the defendant doesn't have to be on the stand. But um, I just don't like it when they ask you a question and you're squirrely about it. Why can't you just say yes or no or whatever? I mean, really? Because, well, there is one theory. You think that, like, you know you're lying, but you think you're not going to get caught. But here's the thing 99 times out of 100, you get caught. And furthermore, you look worse when you get caught after the fact as opposed to just saying whatever the truth is in the moment. Because it's like I said yesterday, I think I talked about this a little bit, but I said, it would have been better if they said in the beginning, before this trial, the Commonwealth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we know that the first trial was a real mess up. And we didn't mean to do that. And like, we really try our best and whatever. But like, so you kind of take the brunt of the blame from the beginning. Whereas if you're trying to cover it up and cover it up and cover it up, the more it takes for them to uncover the stuff and the fact of how deep your lie goes, it just makes you look worse and worse. So it's kind of like, it's weird. It's entertaining, but it's kind of like stupid because, well, you get pulled out as a liar. And then furthermore, it's like you're willing to be paid to lie. And what your testimony is could send somebody to jail for the rest of their life. And you have no problem with that. It's just so crazy. This thing has been a roller coaster, circus show, whatever word you want to put on it. It's like, wow, I can't believe. I mean, if I didn't go through the first trial, I wouldn't believe it. I would think they would get better by the second trial, but nope. It's even worse than the first trial. And I'm hoping, because everything I just said is my opinion, okay? But you have to put into context that I don't matter. The people that matter are the jurors that is going to make the final decision. So I hope they have eyeballs and can see for themselves and hear for themselves, he lied. Oh, he lied a couple times. Oh, he really lied. And then maybe start questioning all the witnesses for the Commonwealth. That's what I hope. Oh, wow. It's just crazy. I literally, like, when I watched this cross examination from yesterday, the beginning, my mouth was like this. And I was just like, really? Oh my God. Whoa. Yeah. For the last 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. And then this morning it just started up again. And because they got to cover everything, you know, and point out, oh, you lied here, you lied there, So that's what they're doing today. Really interesting and yet shocking and just, I don't know, a bunch of emotions here. All right. Bye, guys.